Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming out today with a Vivi Omi update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say, where's Dashi? Well, Dashi's in the room. I'm just in the kitchen right now because I have the house to myself. Yes, I'm back in the house. The house has been sufficiently bug bombed. We're good. We'll start off with Omi today. Omi looking pretty good, up about 5.5%, breaking over that 001 mark. I'm very happy with that. It's a President's Day weekend miracle. Am I selling now? No. Despite getting some at 0007, 0008, 0009. This is, in my opinion, a little too small of a profit for that arbitrage. I don't know if I would really sell below 002. For those who are asking, why would you sell anything at all? Well, it's because I am going to try to do not even an arbitrage. Anything over 150 million. I have 153.3 now. Anything over that, if I get to 154, 155, again, anything over that 150 million mark, I will sell on the way up to a penny. And then by the time I get to a penny, then I can start selling the rest. And by the rest, I mean, like, I would only have an extra 50 million to sell up through the next bull market. And then I would still have 100 million left. And I would take those profits in to just live. And then in the next bear market, then I would, reaccumulate. But yeah, that's the goal. That's the idea. I'm doing that just because I think 150 million is enough by the time you get to a penny. And the other ones, I do want to take a little profit. I've never done that with Omi, so I'll keep you all posted. Anyway, moving on. About 950,000 in volume on the day, the last 24 hours, so that's pretty good as well. And that's, I think, part of the reason why we just typically have very little volume. So moving on to some of the Vivi stuff. We'll move on to the Vivi stuff real quick. We have NFT Lanthropy saying, we have $1 starting bid for Darth Vader. It's an uncommon. Welcome all to a charity auction number 25. Help us raise money for UNICEF, specifically for disaster relief after the earthquake in Turkey. As usual, 100% of the money will be donated, and I'll be matching 100% of the final sale price. So again, that's NFT Lanthropy. It is a uncommon Darth Vader. And if you want to look that up, it is number 7892, and that will be that'll be under auctions. Speaking of stuff being bought and sold, we have Mystery Vivi saying, I did something today. Welcome back home. And this person did buy a Walt. The price was $3,100. There was I think 6 Walts that were bought the last 2 days. And there were like 3 or 4 Vivi logos that were bought the last few days as well. I will say that the people that bought these Vivi logos had already had one. I only have 2. And I'm somebody that is tied with other people, and other people have more than I do. So I will say that I will try to get a third one at some point in the future. Why I think we had a little bit of this interest recently is because David Yu and I didn't talk about this in my recap video because I just forgot about it. But in the recap video, or in the interview that Lori did with him, she asked, hey, you mentioned Grail a couple of times. What does a Grail to you mean? And he gave specific examples, and one of the examples happened to be a Vivi gold and silver logo. So when David mentions that, again, he's got a lot of power, got a lot of words, and it's actually, somebody even messaged me and they said, hey, I'm actually going to go for either a partner statue or a logo. And this person already had one of each. So I messaged him my response. He's like, which one would you get? And I was like, okay, well, coin flip, because they're both extraordinarily good pieces. So I said, pros and cons to both. There are about 8x more partner statues than there are the logo. Partner statue also has the 8.5% fee, as opposed to the logo's 2.5% fee. David mentioned that the logo is their version of Club 33. I also think the logo could be incredibly coveted in the future when Vivi becomes a household name. That being said, Disney, Walt, and Mickey are already household names. When Vivi takes off, partner statue will be one of the first to do so. Dr. Profit has 400 of them. He only has a couple of logos, though. Although he did say that he wanted the others to get a chance at it. That's why he didn't stack them. But the partner statue is in everyone's top 5. The logo is not. Also, if Disney ever gives Walt utility, to the moon. So that's exactly the answer I gave this person. And I'll keep you... that's all I'll say about that. Anyway, we have a interesting thing that's happening with Bat Cows and Palm. So over on their Twitter, and this has something to do with Vivi as well, over on their Twitter it says, you're invited to an exclusive Bat Cow holders only event on 22 February. Join DC Comics writer Dan Abnett and Palm NFT Studios director of story, Caitlin Burns, for a deep dive inside Batman, the Legacy Cow. Submit your questions in advance. Important to read and make sure your Discord username, your DC NFT account, access to Discord stage, whatever. So why is this important? Because somebody happened to go and say, hey, Reverend Alex G, is this a good idea for VV Official? Collectible gated AMA? Give some real collectibles a chance to ask some questions, which I thought would be really great. Like if you have a partner statue or if you have a logo, those two things just were on my mind just because I happened to just talk about them. But yeah, I think that would be a really interesting idea. Are they going to go for it? I mean, it is a chance to give. It's like free utility. I mean, free in the sense that you don't have to really spend too much money. The people do have to spend their time on it, so whatever that's worth. But yeah, I think that would be pretty awesome. Comment down below if you like that idea. Comment down below that you think like, oh, you're just giving it to like the holders of people who could afford a partner statue or a logo. But comment down below because I want to hear your thoughts. Okay, moving on. So Brock McBlockchain, aka Mr. Breadcat, was over in Discord the other day, the Women X Vivi. That was yesterday. He was talking about all of Web 3, how it's different from Web 2, how do wallets fit in, where do they stay safe. I thought that was pretty legit. Obviously talking about Feeshes as well, so if you want to, that should have been recorded. Again, that was in the Women X Vivi Discord channel, so definitely go and go there and take a look. Oh, so speaking of the logo, we do have a little bit of information on that, and there was a little bit of misinformation and controversy that was out there. I'll address that now. Basically, Alex was on Vivi Magic's channel. I think Silicon Secure and Metaverse Life were on there as well. And they had just said that, hey, when they made the Vivi logo cards, they put them in sequential order. They had put them in like, okay, so here's going to be the number 41, 42, 43, 44, and I'm not 100% sure if David knew that at the time. But most likely, I happened to get the first one in there. Now, I will 100% tell you this. Sean from Comics and Crypto was on that channel as well. I don't think he was there in person. I think he was just in the comments. And he was there when I got my logo. And David had asked me, like, oh, didn't I give you one already? He's like, no, you told me to come find you. And you haven't given one to me yet. Again, he had given plenty out the day before. And he just reaches into his back pocket. Oh, yeah, here. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, thank you. He's like, yeah, you go and redeem it. Like, okay, cool. And again, Charles Comics and Crypto was there. It was just a random one. It just happened to be the first one. But when that information came out, they were like, oh, there's a couple of people that are like, oh, David definitely picked that. He definitely gave it to you. It's like insider trading. It's their company. Even if he did do that, which he did not, I don't know how that would be considered that. But yeah, I just figured I'd clear the air on that. That being said, they were talking about the extra 175 of those that have not been redeemed. Alex said probably burned, but not to expect anything for about 2 years. So I guess they're waiting 2 years for that, for people to redeem them. If they do, great. If not, then they burn them, which will make it super scarce. So I think that's also why a couple of people have bought more logos as well. Oh, shout out to Wharf Street Studios that says, exciting news announcement. Wharf Street Studios has been accepted into the Nvidia Inception program, designed to empower the cutting-edge startup. As a member, they'll get various benefits from the team, supporting at all stages. They can't wait to see how this will further their growth. Why is that important? Obviously, they help make Epico Regal. Epico Regal obviously has us. Us meaning that they use Omi, which is great. So if the more eyes I get on that, the better, I think. Fro Okomi had said, the Avengers have Hulk. We have Lambos. And why is that important? Because David Yu had retweeted, why can't we have both? David Yu had also said in his space with Lori Brenner the other day that, and by the way, he follows Queen Vivi now. He follows like 11 people and she's one of them. So she's a good person to follow. She's got he doesn't do that for no reason. Anyway, it says, why can't we have both? David mentioned that March is going to be a very insane month for people to have gems. That's why I think a lot of these collectibles and comics the last couple of days have not really been doing so hot, because Chucky I think sold like a couple hundred of him. Comics hadn't sold out. The Princess one thing that they sold like I think maybe like 1,200. So there's not a lot of these that are being sold, and partially I think because of what David said. You have the March, you have a lot of really amazing things coming. What are they? I don't know. Anime would be great, but then also obviously you have Lambo, which drops very soon as well. And speaking of the drops, we had the first appearance of Ant-Man today. I think like half of them sold, give or take. They not even half. Maybe about 45% of them sold. And then we have a Ant-Man coming on Monday, the Marvel premiere, The Astonishing Ant-Man. That is the first appearance of Scott Lang as Ant-Man. Why so much Ant-Man? Because we just had the movie this past weekend. That was really great. Really sets up for a lot of stuff with Secret Wars. It's a really, I think, is a really good piece. And then I'm also hoping that next week we have the Ant-Man Marvel Mighties. And in case you're wondering, we have the first appearance of Scott Lang that happened today. That was the comic that was released. The first appearance of Scott Lang as Ant-Man is the one on Monday. So again, hopefully that culminates and we get a announcement that the Marvel Mighty is coming next week. I love those things. I bought a couple more Queen Ramondas and a couple more M'Bakus because I don't know what the mint size is. If we have Ant-Man Marvel Mighties and their mint size, excuse me, and their mint size is scarcer than those of the Wakanda Forever ones, then I'll start focusing on those. If they are, I mean, I'll get the set anyway. Hopefully I have enough after the Lambo. Lambo, I really, really want all of them. Also really curious when that Vivi 500 is, because I really want to see how they work and how fast they are. Anyway, back to my original thought. Why can't we have both? As David said, I think that means maybe Hulk might be coming next month, or at least at some point in the future. I know we have him with both ways, obviously from the Marvel Disney aspect and then from the Universal aspect. So it should be both. I'll keep y'all posted. Oh, also, speaking of the licenses that we have Cars. And Comics and Crypto had posted the other day, wow, this sealed VHS of the movie Cars just sold on Heritage Auction for $8,750. Why did this sell so much? Well, it's one of the last VHS films to ever be produced by Disney. And it happens to be something that is really heckin' awesome, that movie. Brock McBlockchain had tweets out, don't buy stolen Feesh, they're crimes. Also, don't rush into minting things. It can always wait to be investigated. He's saying something about this Feesh was stolen, and don't buy stolen Feesh, so obviously be on the lookout for that. Oh, in case you did not know, we have an update from Vivi. The update, I'm not sure what it is. I mean, we know what it is. I'll read to you right now. We have minor improvements to search, which is really cool, and additional enablers for MCP version 1. So meaning if you're lucky enough, I got the update. I'm not rolling it out for beta for MCP yet. But some people will be. You'll be able to calculate the points. It'll be pretty. I don't even have crypto pay in yet. Come on, guys. I'm sorry. Not that I would. Maybe I would use some crypto to gem. I don't know. I'll keep you posted. I did sell my Bitcoin as it was up. So I have USDC, but that's one of the ways that you can go and do the crypto to gem. But yeah. So that's what you'll take a look for. Minor improvements to search on this update, and then also potential version for MCP version 1, where you can go and calculate your MCP points. Speaking of calculating your MCP points, Dr. Profit, my God, he posted this before saying, looks like I have some room to improve. If he's at level 58, everyone else is going to be at like level 30 and below. He's got 14,000 collectibles, 2,700 comics, 236 full sets, and 4 artworks. Having any of those artworks is heckin' legit. So yeah, it's pretty epic. I'm very curious to see where this goes. Anywho, moving on. Speaking of Dr. Profit, he also posted yesterday another piece of the puzzle. Meta introduces open AR platform to make it easier for devs to create experiences on all devices. Anything I think that does that is, I think, positive for Vivi. Comment down below if you agree or not. Anyway, that's from me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say, we love you, Dashy. We'll see you next video. Goodbye, guys. Meow.